Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we are in still the Blue Mountains, but we are in the desert basin type area. And we didn't drive that far. We're just not as high in elevation here. And this is still the Umatilla River running behind us. We've just gone south, what, about 30 miles, maybe 40 miles? And we are here today to talk about this awesome ally that I am stoked to have come across. This is Blue Vervain. And she's also known as American Vervain, Swamp Vervain. Basically, she's about the only native vervain to America. Now, that doesn't mean that she's not native in other countries. It just means that she wasn't introduced to here. She's been here all along. Now, vervain is really cool. Almost any kind of vervain is interchangeable. She's amazing at calming our nervous system down. Just relaxing our muscles, getting our stressed out mind to stop screaming, helping with insomnia. She's also a really amazing liver function aid. A lot of people like to say that she detoxes the blood, but I don't agree that anything can detox us or that our body is dirty. But what she does actually do is she improves our liver function, and in turn then our blood is processed more quickly through the liver. So you could think of it that she's a blood purifier in that way. But I really like her specifically because she's so calming. If you are a person like me, that your mind is going a million miles an hour at all times, you overwork yourself, you're obsessive about things, this is the ally for you. There's so much that this plant can do for you. She is so amazing that I can't even touch on it all. Okay, so let me take a breath here. She's been used for thousands and thousands of years. In fact, and by many cultures, in fact, she is the, if you're Christian at all, she is the plant that they believe that was used to staunch Christ's wounds. She was used by Druids, she's been used by Chinese, she's been used all over the world. And so there is a huge, huge historical database of her being used. In fact, you'd be hard-pressed to find her not mentioned as used for some ailment. Now, she might not have been useful in all those ailments, but she was useful in a lot of them. She's really helpful for people who suffer from migraines, particularly women who are having migraines from going through menopause, hormonal related. She's just really, really awesome at that. Now, there's been some confusion about identifying her. No, we know this is who she is, but there's a lot of debate if they're in the mint family or not. We think they're related, but they're not actually in the mint family. And that confusion comes in because if I grab this camera right quick, I will show you why. Look at that. She has a square stem. And some of you might have heard me say that all mints have square stems. They do. But that does not mean that all square-stemmed plants are mints. But she's very closely related. She has no real scent. She's actually kind of got a bitter smell. And now remember, smell and scent are two different things. Every plant has a smell, but scent, you'd think like a peppermint plant. Those have scent. Her blooms are pretty unique here, and she never blooms all at the same time. She blooms in little rows all the way up. And so if you find her and you're like, well, I'm going to wait for her to bloom all the way, you're going to be holding your breath forever because she never will. She just blooms sporadically up her little bloom nodes here. That's the technical term, right? Bloom nodes. Anyhow, this lady is just fantastic. Now, I would mainly use her, and I do mainly use her as a tincture. But you can also make tea out of her. Some people like the flavor. I don't particularly like the flavor, but you know, everybody's different. And another thing that you could do is you can make a body oil. Now, this body oil is going to help you relax, but she's also got a long tradition of helping us heal up wounds like psoriasis, eczema, cuts, burns, scrapes, scratches, you know. So you can make that body oil, and you can make it into a salve too. Some people like to powder it up. Traditionally, it would have been powdered up and added to tallow or lard. So don't be afraid to add in some tallow to your infusing oil. But really, she's just a fantastic lady, and she's growing just straight out of the riverbanks here. She definitely got that name because, you know, the swamp vervain because she will grow in moist areas like this. I'm talking where we're standing right now, about, oh, I don't know, a month ago when the mountain was fully melting off, it would have been fully underwater. So these are growing fast, and she's growing along a bunch of other allies here, but she grows in most places in America, or a variety of her does, and they all tend to have this similar blooming pattern. So now is the time. It's what is it? It's, you know, late July. She starts blooming in July, goes all the way till fall. So you should be able to get out there and find this ally. Anyhow, I'm just happy about her, and she's definitely going to be somebody that I'll be working closely with this season, because I pay attention to when plant allies show up in my life, and I listen to what they have to tell me. So if you like my videos, if you like seeing where I'm from and hearing me ramble, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, turn on notification, like, and comment. All of those things help you see when I post. It helps me see that I'm not here just speaking into the void alone. It helps others find me, and it means the world to me. And speaking of that, why don't you come find me on Instagram? Come find me on my website. Interact with me. I love it when people are back and forth. I like to know that I'm not alone here. And you can check out my bio here on YouTube to learn more about all of that. So thank you for watching, and I hope you know that you are smart enough and capable enough to get out here and find these plant allies. They are just waiting for you to remember them, okay? Alright, bye. See you next time.